Hello everybody, welcome back to a manga review. Today we are going to be reviewing Happy Sugar Life. This is a 10-volume manga series that has an anime adaptation, and that's how I learnt about the series. I really was enjoying the anime adaptation. I was very invested. It was one of the first anime I'd finished maybe 3-4 years ago, and I wanted just to look more into it, just to learn more about the plot all these years later, and I read lots of visual novels, so I'm more experienced with reading stories and interpreting plots than I was back then. I just wanted to really rethink this story with a new perspective, and I enjoyed it a lot, I really did. Now, this manga series is very interesting. Let me just firstly mention this review will have full spoilers because I will be talking about everything. So, firstly, I love the covers. These covers are amazing. So, obviously, all of the even number covers, they have Kobe Shio on. All of the odd number ones have Matsuzaka Sato on. And, yeah, I think they're done really well, and it's just interesting because even the covers really reinforce just the theme of how close together these people are and how inseparable they are. And obviously in the final volume, just seeing how the separation between Sato and Shio, it's let's be honest, it's probably going to completely ruin her future. It's something that was ambiguous, something that was left for us to interpret as readers, but still, it's really hard to tell what is going to happen to Shio. And yeah, I think I'm diving into the plot too much here before saying the obvious. Let's just say that I think this is probably one of the most sick and, I don't want to say fucked up because I've read worse, but it is very fucked up because the thing is, this chapter ultimately is about Sato, who has been brought up by somebody who is a complete psychopath. Okay, I'm sorry, her aunt is a psychopath. Fight me on that opinion, I genuinely believe that. But, yeah, and as a result of that, she feels really empty. She was brought up on the belief, and love's importance was exaggerated to her so much. So I think that was what led all of this to happen. Her catastrophe, just thinking that life is not complete if she doesn't have love. And obviously that's what caused her to, well, Shio was vulnerable, she kidnapped her, and then she said, oh, I'm gonna love you, and you're going to love me, otherwise I don't even know what will happen. Yeah, but, yeah, Shio did actually fall in love with her, and yeah, it's very wrong because of that, because Sato tries everything. She butchers herself in order to make Shio the unsustainable love with Shio something that could happen. The love with Shio, even if it's something that she feels is fully genuine, and she doesn't realise how sick it is. It's not societally acceptable. It's never going to be sustained. And I just find it so funny that she's totally blinded by love. She thinks it's going to happen forever, so does Shio. They never consider anything about what's going to happen in the future, really, just until obviously everything's taken away. They always think, I mean, even in the moments in which the apartment building, what was it called, I don't know, I forgot, doesn't really matter, but the one with 305 and 1208 on, when it's completely burnt down, I mean, just them thinking that they are going to be able to get out and explore and go to a new country, and Sato's not going to get caught for murdering her fucking friend. I mean, yeah, talk about love blinding her to everything. That's a great example, by the way. I mean, at the start of the story, she was obviously quite close to Shoko, but then, I mean, love completely was the thing that had taken over in her life. It had gone from something that she felt she really needed to something that she felt she couldn't live without, and she prioritises love and Shio so much so that her best friends are people that she not only doesn't feel guilty when murdering, but I mean, I remember that scene just before, just while, I think it was just before the aunt was about to commit arson, and she wasn't even looking. She was looking at Shio's corpse and she was just, there was no guilt, there was no remorse whatsoever. And it's just really interesting to see the development of Sato. I mean, we are reading from an outside perspective. We see all of this love within the same feelings and emotions that Sato and Shio are going through, i.e. people who are really enjoying themselves and having a great time no matter how sick we think it is. I just think because of the fact that the narration is so opposite to how we would think, I think that just makes it a lot better when just realising how conflicting it is emotionally. Now, my problem with the beginning of this story, especially volume 1, was that nearly every single character we were introduced to was either a degen or just somebody with severe issues. Kitao Kame? Yeah, that pedo teacher. Su-chan as well. And I'm just happy that the more the story went into, the more we went into the story, the less we saw of those characters. I think Tayo's an exception, but at the same time, I mean, I just still think it's a bit odd how there are so many characters that are completely degenerative that are just around Sato. That's my only problem with a lot of this story. Yeah, something that I really like about Sato was that it was emphasised throughout this love that Sato, was she really looking for Shio? Or was she just using Shio as a means to sustain her own empty self, who, let's be honest, has never really been given love by a psycho parent? So, yeah, I mean, it is interesting. And I remember in volume 10, I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but there's this one really cool picture where Sato is... Sato and Shio are falling and they're having a really, just a classic dying lovers conversation. And yeah, God, it was awful. It was really sad, this. It was well done. It really was. Yeah, but look at this. Look at this. The one thing she never ever told Shio. Now, I think because I've shown you some of the manga, let's stop talking about the plot and let's talk about the manga in general. So I love the art style of the covers. I've already mentioned that, I know. But I love this. These blurbs are fucking good. Okay, I'm getting a bit too far. I'm just getting a bit intense, but these are so good, these blurbs. I love them. So we always have... Oh, actually, let's go to the first one. Yeah, I love this. They're always so reflective of the story. So you have very short titles in black and big text, and then you just have a slightly longer little sub-story within green text. And the colours vary. This one's blue, for example. But I love it. It's something that I've never seen before. And to be honest, that's what I love about reading manga. It's such a variation of what you can get. It really depends on the artist. I mean, this art style, by the way, can I just mention, I love a lot of the very metaphorical things that are going on, and I think they're portrayed really well. And just in general, I think the art style's good. It's something that, I mean, it's very... Oh my god, look at this. Look at the page I go onto. Yeah, but, oh, Jesus. Just see Tayo being a pedo. Right, yeah, but it's nice. I do think it's nice, and it's very well done. It really is. To be fair, I haven't really read many manga volumes, but this is definitely my favourite manga art style so far. If you can see just where my finger is pointing, I've got literally all of these manga to read, apart from Forbidden Scrollery. So, yeah, I've got a lot of manga to read, but I've not really seen many I've not seen many art styles as a result. But yeah, overall, I like this manga. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rewatch the anime. I also want to watch the anime for another manga. I'm going to watch the anime before reading the manga adaptation. But yeah, it's going to be really fun. And yeah. So I think, obviously, before we go, I've got to talk about also the thing that hit me in the manga the most. Now, this is probably not what a lot of people were expecting. The manga is about Sato and Shio. So what hits me the most in the manga? Of course, it's nothing about those two characters. I'm not even joking. Okay, I mean, it is about a character that's relevant to Shio. Very, very relevant, if anything. If it wasn't for her incompetence, the story wouldn't have been able to occur. Yuna, her backstory, and how fucked up it is. That got me the most when reading. And, it was seriously sick. Yeah, Happy Sugar Life, it just shows a very, very ugly side of the world in everything. It shows ugliness of emotions, it shows... And, oh yeah, speaking of ugliness of emotions, it's funny that all of the characters who change for the better, i.e. Asahi... Actually, to be fair, it's debatable whether Asahi changes for the good, but, okay, Shoko, she's a good example of somebody who really, really becomes not only a great friend, but also somebody... I will never forget when Sato murdered Shoko, her just saying that, Sato just saying that, I don't give a fuck about you. And then Shoko saying, instead of being offended and realising how awful she is, saying, that's why I want to change you. I will never forget that, I really won't. And, yeah, it's just really, really surprising how all of the good people get the worst situations. I mean, Asahi, for example, this distorted and twisted and messed up love, it's literally made it so that she is going to be disconnected from her family for the entirety. And, I mean, she's had her life completely changed because of this love. I mean, there's a little indication that, yeah, she's an adult here, and she's going... I'd assume this is her going back to apartment 1208. Yeah, it was a really rough read, but it's really good. And I would... Okay, to be fair, look at the age rating. I mean, older teen. You've got to be at least 16 or over to read this, to be honest. But at the same time, I mean, if you want to, do. But yeah, you can't say I didn't warn you, I suppose. But, yeah, it was good. And now, I'll show you what I intend to read. I'm going to start the Uzumaki trilogy. I'm really quite excited for this one. I don't know what it's about. I've just heard it's Gorefest. It's Gorefest, it's classic, it's one of the most popular, and it's a horror manga. And it's by Junji Ito as well. I want to read a manga that's well regarded by him. Because I read Remina by him. I didn't really like it. But if this one's good, hopefully it will be better. So, yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. I hope this helped if you're thinking of reading Happy Sugar Life, by the way.